Hey everyone, Lilith here from Triple Waterways. A couple days late here for our little new moon in Gemini reading, but I made it. I've been struggling with a little bit of technological challenges, if you will, and it could be a little bit because I was sitting on my Saturn line and Saturn just went retrograde in Pisces. But it did teach me some things this trip as I was traveling back to Seattle to be checked by my oncologist, which the good news is I'm fine. Just got to get back and do these regular checks. And I will tell everyone right now, check your baseline. If you haven't been to the doctor in a minute and you're like, oh no, I don't need to see a doctor, I feel fine. That's great. Check your baseline. Get in at least once a year. Run all the checks that you need to check. For my friends who have boobs, please do yearly mammogram checks. My check actually saved my life. So it could have been a lot worse had I ignored it, and I didn't, and therefore here I am, able to come into you from beautiful Baja. I know I'm inside right now, but it's a little too windy outside to pull cards. So what's happening with our new moon in Gemini? There's a lot of Gemini going on. So what's been downloading to me is to share with you what's been coming in about the elements. So with Gemini in new moon in Gemini season, we also have Mercury in Gemini. That's a whole lot of air. Air also relates to the swords in Tarot. And with air element, it's a lot of mental, right? It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of psychology. It's a lot what's going on in your head. It's very cerebral. So for my cerebral friends, you have this, and then you have this mix of Saturn and Pisces, which is now retrograde. So it's going to be a little bit of a battle between the head and the heart. So Cups is water element, which is Pisces. So we're feeling everything that may have gone on in the past, and then we might be overthinking it. So what I'm going to tell people is, you know what? Don't overthink it. Just do yourself a favor. Don't overthink it. What's past is past. Yes, it's brought us to where we are here now. Yes, some of us have suffered some serious traumas in our life. Try not to let the hamster ball get out of control in our heads, because then we start doing this, and what we feel right now, especially during these certain lunations and these planetary alignments, is that we're actually creating our reality. So keep yourself grounded, keep your heart grounded, keep your head grounded. The other fun part of this is Venus and Mars are in Leo. So we have some fire going on. Kick up some passion. What are you passionate about? And I'm not talking sexy times. Well, sexy times if you need sexy times. But passion in action. Feeling through your manifestation, right? Leo's super passionate. But what are you feeling around it? Saturn and Pisces. What's happened in the past? What structures can take you forward now to launch that action in Venus and in Mars? So Venus ruling all the heart things, Mars ruling all of the action pieces, right? Mars, they like to say aggression, I like to say assertive. So maybe a little bit of both, assertive and a little bit aggressive. So in your assertiveness, where are your passions? Where are you taking that forward, right? Think it through. Air, swords, Gemini. Feel it in that structure. Then take it to the next level with your assertiveness in the mundane world. So this is how we link in the magical to the mundane. What's happening planetary can serve us in lessons that nobody else can, because it's so individual to each person, right? None of us have the same fingerprint, right? It's going to be different for all of us, and that's all right. Don't let anyone tell you that it's totally cookie cutter. The only thing that's actually cookie cutter is having some integrity. Just be good to people, be kind, walk with integrity, follow through with justice, with equity, everything will fall into place. All your prayers will fall into place. All your manifestations will fall into place. If you're taking shortcuts, if you're cheating people, if you're stealing from people, then you wonder why you have a heap of problems. Maybe think about what you're doing, right? So with that said, also, when you also have a heap of problems that you're like, wait a minute, I'm not screwing people over. That's also past timelines, right? Maybe not even from this life. Saturn's also about karma. So karma comes in both ways. It could be undoing and releasing of karma of things that you've done maybe in a past life, maybe earlier in your life when you didn't know the wiser, and those lessons come full force, but you only learn them if you acknowledge them and if you make them right. So think about that one. There's a lot to be said with this whole alignment that we've been going through before the new moon, during the new moon, and now. So, a little collective going on here. What does my lovely family need to know for the rest of this cycle? So when I say rest of this cycle, it's going to be new moon to the full moon. As you all know, I shuffle aggressively, so I end up throwing cards all over the place. Excuse me. So new moon to full moon. What does our family need to know right now? Oh, some of you have been doing some really good work. So just remember that my readings, when I do them collectively like this, it's going to really resonate for some folks. And for others, it's going to be like, what the heck, lady, what are you talking about? Pull from my downloads and my readings of what serves you, and you can release the rest of it. I'm not offended by any sort of the means. I want you to benefit from this work to its fullest. So however this helps you, please let it help you. So it looks to me that folks have been doing some serious work here, and it's kind of beautiful. Ten of Pentacles, again, whoever's watching me, whoever is been part of this little circle, let me know who you are, because you have some serious goodness in the mundane flowing through. Whatever you're doing magically is going to really materialize in the mundane. The Ten of Pentacles is beautiful. I mean, this is all the material things. This is our human life in the Pentacles. Page of Swords, like I was saying earlier, Swords is a messenger. It's the mind, it's mental, it's the air element. Page is the messenger. So you're going to have messages coming forward of some really good news. More good news for those who may be starting a relationship or deepening a relationship. Again, that Venus and Mars in Leo is going to kick up some passion. So you got some passion happening here. And remember, guys, intimacy isn't always sexy times. Just sit and hold somebody's hand in silence. That's intimacy too, you know? That's a beautiful thing. And then we have the three. I'll bring this one closer. The Three of Pentacles, which is joy. This is joy. So in this new moon, as we're moving through, some manifestations are really going to kick through for some folks. And this, I think, is really important. When you carry joy, it carries a lot. It opens up so much. There's enough for everyone. There's enough room for everyone. There's enough space for all of us. So remember that piece too. You know, use your voice, carry yourself in a way that's full of integrity. Be grateful for your blessings. This joy is going to be some good stuff. So I think a lot of people, God, this makes me excited. Our collective here is going to have a lot of good things coming between now and the full moon. And I'm super, super happy about this. So big love. Tell me below, guys, who's got the passion kicking. Bring in a little bit of the shizme, right? All right. big love to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And oh, so I don't forget, next week I will be coming in with a new YouTube and Spotify with my dear friend Emma. She did my workshops and had just a beautiful revelation as she was doing the cord cutting. So we're going to be sharing that, probably going to come in on Monday. So stick around for that, and appreciate your time and donations for those who have contributed to keeping this content going. Thank you. May your blessings return to you tenfold, and take care of you. Talk to you soon.